fun watch CodesEmpire.
Welcome back to CodesEmpire, my friends.
Welcome back to CodesEmpire, my friends.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna run with that one. You're so cute. See, that's why it's fun to have your kids involved in RCs, especially when you do videos, because funny stuff happens. Anyways, so we've got Bugs' Jeep Rubicon here, and it's finished. It's ready to hit the trail. We've put a lot of hours into it, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We did a lot of work, and it was a lot of fun. There was a few things we've had to modify and change because of it. One of them, we aren't running the trepidors anymore. You can see we have the ripsaw tires on there. So it still has the same rims. These were the original tires off of the off Junkyard, our honcho, and so we've sealed them up so they're running like air tires basically. I kind of like that because I just don't like to deal with junk in the foams over time. Yes, we still have a trepidor for the spare. The whole reason why, and I'll explain, is because of those lights down below here. Okay, I got them mounted up and I thought we were good, except for when we would turn, found out that even under articulations with this here now, we're okay. It does rub a little, but it's not like it was with the trepidors. Boy, it would just grab hold and it was taking and tweaking that bumper up really good. So by going back to the ripsaws, a little bit smaller tire, I think it looks pretty nice. It has a real nice scale look, I think, but they're not too small. So overall, it should work really good, and we're not going to have issues snagging our rock lights that we mounted up front. You can see our cool little tow hook we built. A matter of fact, you've just had a chance to watch that video a little bit ago. Our canoe, and we've got our ropes tied up on here, and of course I had to put a little Dutchman's knot on there. Anybody who understands knots and ties and stuff, you know a Dutchman's tie. So we went ahead and we put that on there. One my dad taught me, and I've been doing it for years. I'll tell you, on a small scale like that, it's a tricky one. So yeah, when we do pull this apart to put in batteries, basically because we're tied off to the bumper, we have to lay it over and do it that way. It is tied down to the back also, so but the canoe is actually secured down with some glue, but these are just for scale look to give it that appearance of being tied down. She's got her bumper jack up front and a cooler in there. Hopefully you guys can see that, and some Cokes in the cooler, and some Cokes on the cooler lid and in the front, and of course a water cooler. I mean, you've got to have your water cooler, right? And we've got our sleeping bags in the back that Mommy made for us. Thanks to Mommy, huh?
Yeah.
She did a great job. And Bugs helped make that pile of wood and glue that up, and we put that axe in there. And that's thanks to a viewer who kind of mentioned how to do something with the axe potentially, and so I love the idea so much I ran with it. So thanks, guys. And then also Bugs, she wanted to throw the paddles just in on top there, so And then we've got our grill and propane tank with a bungee cord holding it down. They are removable, the propane tank and the grill. They are held in place with Velcro, so they'll keep in place. Same with the wood. So the wood we can actually pull out. More or less, we did that way for maintenance purposes if we have to get in there. So, and then of course, you know, her cool spotlights up on top. We thought that would be a cool addition. And let's see what else. Her tail lights. By the way, all those, these are Dinky RC headlights and tail lights. Oh, do you want to show them the special little thing that you requested that I put in there? How about the little button? Do you want to push the little button? Here, let's put this back here for you. So she said, Daddy, can you put the button in there? Because I would like to play around with flashing lights too. So I said, okay. So we put that in there, and go ahead and push it again. You can show them different modes. You can push it again. So it's got multi-mode flashing. You know, when a little girl asks you to do something, you have a tendency to do it just for them. So anyways, that is that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take it out back, and we're going to run it around so you guys can enjoy a fun little running video with her truck completed and with the cool pink and everything on it, and we're going to have some fun, huh? You excited? Okay. Well, let's get ready to head on out there, and we're going to have a blast. Let's go, guys.
Da